Okay, so a lot of the things we've talked about over the last, I mean, I don't even know how many weeks we've been in this little setup here, but have been related to, taking care of ourselves and things we can do to take care of ourselves when we're in this quarantine situation and staying home and on Zoom and whatnot. So just as like a little tiny break from that, tonight I just wanted to talk for a minute about looking out for your friends. So if you are like in a good headspace, well, first let me say, if you're not really in like a good headspace, then just ignore this for tonight and go back to all the other stuff about, taking care of yourself, like getting good exercise, keeping a routine, etc. If you're in like having a day where you're like, yeah, I'm pretty good today. That doesn't even like apply to me. I'm good. Then I would encourage you to check in on your friends and make like an extra effort, especially to check in on friends that you haven't heard from in a while. If you have people that, maybe are normally pretty connected in person, or even, on text or whatever, if people that are normally pretty connected that have sort of like dropped off your radar, maybe you haven't checked in with them for a while, maybe you've even reached out and they just never really got back to you, I would just plant a little seed in your head that to not take that personally. A lot of times that can be a symptom of depression. When people, if someone is depressed, they do not have it in them to engage socially. They don't have it in them to do things like get on a Zoom and like, play some fun game, or like, hey, let's, have like an hour-long phone conversation or whatever. So try to maybe run through your like Rolodex of people that that you connect with, and think about if there's somebody that you could reach out to again and again. Like I said, if they don't respond, don't take it as like, oh my gosh, they hate me. But think of it as like this person may be going through something. And so then again, in a few days, just check in. Hey, just checking on you. Send them a funny meme or whatever. But, just kind of be persistent and keep up with the people that you can't hang out with in person right now. And if it's somebody that lives close to you, maybe you can actually like go outside and like walk, arm's length away from them and go on a walk around the neighborhood or whatever. But check in on your friends if you are currently feeling pretty good. And if you're not, then review all that other stuff that we've been talking about. There you go.
Sweet. Thanks, Christy. And then we've got a couple of announcements coming up. First of all, if you have filled out the youth council form, then you know that we have a meeting on Friday at 2. If you haven't filled out the youth council form and you want to be on youth council, either re-find that link or just shoot me a text, and I would be glad to get you all the information. But we are going to review this past semester, how it's been going, how our transition to online has been, and look forward to the summer. So a lot of what we're doing, at least for the first half, is looking like it'll still be in a very similar format to how the rest of the semester has played out. So we just really want your opinions on, hey, what have we been doing that's been really fun and things that you guys are really engaging in, and what are some things that maybe we could do to bring in more of that. So we really want to do that. And this Sunday, we're going to follow up with what we've been doing at 6:30, is watching The New Normal together in a Zoom room. And then just kind of breaking down, this past week, I think was the best that it's been in terms of just breaking down the questions at the end and looking at how we can engage in our spiritual practice moving forward. So yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. And then again, Bible study next week. So we'll be right back here. But those are really the announcements that I've got for now. And then, like I said, after we meet with Youth Council on Friday, Preston and I have put together a lot of stuff for this summer, but we'll start posting that once we have heard from you all and gotten some input on that. So looking forward to it. With that, our study for tonight is a lot less of a study and much more of just trying to engage with our friends. So last week, we looked at the accountability side of fellowship. And this week, I just feel like this is the perfect time in my season to just kind of hang out and ask some goofy questions and let some steam out and just have fun in this space. And so we really just want to try to get to some icebreakers, some would you rathers, some silly time. If we want to talk about Animal Crossing, talk about Animal Crossing. If we want to talk about would you rather have chicken legs or horse legs, which would you prefer? Obviously horse legs. That's not a real question. It's fine. But questions like that, just goofy, silly, and we'll just have fun.
Kangaroo legs.
It's not an option. You can't just make it up. That's actually the only rule. You can't just make up your own option. So I don't know about you guys, but it feels like we have been kind of coming into this stretch of the end of the semester, and as we roll into summer, we've got 2 weeks of normal Bible study left in this space, and then we're going to do kind of a one-off that bridges us from now to summer. So kind of in these last weeks of semester normalcy, whatever that looks like right now, it felt like to me just taking advantage of this time that we have together in the space to really just kick it for a little bit and get to unwind a little. So that's really what I've got. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we'll break out into our girl groups and guy groups. Girls, y'all stay here. Guys, we'll jump over to the new code. Bonner, I just sent it to you. Everybody else, you should have it. And then we'll do that. So cool. Thanks for being here.